Can stocks get any crazier? Yesterday, they're red. Today, they're green. They got bipolar or something, but they're looking good. Welcome to the newsroom. Today, I'm taking a look at 3 stocks. I'm going to see which one is the best one to buy. I'm going to do some live technical analysis. It's going to be a fun time. And if you're just tuning in, if you're new to stocks, I'm going to try and explain it in layman's terms so you can follow along and learn some new techniques. Because a lot of new traders, a lot of people started trading this year, they just buy a stock. They hear a rumor, maybe on the internet, on your Facebooks, your stock twits, maybe from a neighbor. They hear them say, hey, this stock is going up 50% tomorrow. And they go, oh, and then they buy it. But there's nothing to justify it. They just think that it's going to go up. No, it's not how it works. I'm going to show you exactly how it works and how these stocks move from an experienced trader. Let's dig in. Okay, so the first stock I'm looking at is ticker AI, currently trading at 135.20. So right now we're looking at the chart, and you might not know what you're looking at, but that's okay. I'm going to explain it so you have a little bit more of an edge in the markets. When someone says, hey, this is a good stock to buy, you don't just hit buy. You understand it. You know a little bit about it. So hang in there, put in a little bit of time and a little bit of effort like you're in school and learn something. So right now I'm going to teach you about AI. First, you always want to know what the hell is it. You don't want to buy a stock if you don't know what it is. So Robinhood gives you an explanation. You could just read it. And if you understand it, that's even more better. Another reason, another justification to buy the stock if you like what it is and you understand it. So C3.ai provides enterprise artificial intelligence software for digital transformation. We know that as we get further into the future, electric vehicles, technology, artificial intelligence, healthcare, all these things are going to continue to grow. Common sense, right? This is an AI company. They do software for digital transformation. It delivers the C3 AI suite. So it's a suite you get that's AI based for developing, deploying, and operating large-scale AI, predictive analytics, and Internet of Things applications in addition to a portfolio of turnkey AI applications. So it's a suite of software that uses AI technologies. Simple as that. So what we want to do is, this is the entire chart. This is the entire lifetime of AI. So it started in the 90s, it ran all the way up to 130, back down to 100, and then went on a crazy tear because it picked up momentum, it made headlines, it made news. A lot of people were jumping into this. Robinhooders, it was popping up on top movers. It ran from 100 all the way to 180. It almost doubled in a very short time, just in like a week, it almost doubled. Now it's been on a steady downcline. So let me draw some trend lines here to show you that this has been on a steady downtrend. So I do a lot of technical analysis. This is one of my strengths, is technical analysis. I could look at a chart and understand it right away, like Neo from the Matrix. I see coding, I know what I'm looking at, bird eye view, I just buy in. So this one has been on a steady downtrend, but if you look, if we zoom in, it broke out of that downtrend. This white line here, let's thicken it, boom. So once it broke out of here, that was an indication to buy. Okay, so I just got into the stock and it's been on a crazy tear heading up. So it's on a nice breakout. So whenever it breaks out of this top trend line, this thicker white line, let's make it green, because when it broke out of there, it went green. Boom. All right, so it's on a crazy tear once it broke out of that downward trend. So stock will continually go down. If someone says this is a good stock, buy it. You know, you might be buying it. Hold on. You might be buying it here or here or here, here. You might be buying it anywhere in here, but it's still downtrending. There was no change. It finally broke out and it went green. So this is the first one on my watch list that I like. It's finally going green and it's showing great potential. I think it has an average price target right now in the mid 140s, 145. So this thing can continue to tear upwards, maybe to 150 before it comes down a little bit, because stocks, they don't just go up. If you buy into a stock and every time you buy it, it plummets, it's because you're buying it after you already became aware of it. And you became aware of it because it's been moving up maybe 10, 15%, 20%, and you're like, oh, I need to get into this. It already ran. Now it's time for it to go down. You need to get into these stocks on red days after they've already went down. So I'm going to get into the next stock, but quickly, if you're interested in learning more or knowing when I buy a stock, I do stock alerts. You'll get a bing right to your phone when I buy, sell, reduce, add, or go all in. You'll get a notification. The link is in the description. Click that if you want to follow what I'm buying. It also comes with a Discord group where you could actually chat with me and other people in the group. So that is that. So if you need a little bit more help, that will help you out. So let's take a look at Quantumscape now. I'm going to pull up the chart and see if this is a good entry, because a lot of people maybe are in this stock a little too high up. They want to find out when they should average down, or they've been waiting to get in. So let's see where a good entry point is for Quantumscape. All right, so looking at the chart for Quantumscape right now, this thing has been moving in beautiful waves up and down. Now, I like my waves to generally go up, right? So let me just draw here, waves, right? They're consistently going up, and this is the first time it broke below this green arrow, which indicates a downward trend, which is red. We don't like downward trends if we're already in it, but we love it if we're not in it looking to get in. Now, you're wondering, why did it bottom here? I just did an analysis on this, but I'll do it quickly again because of over here. This was a peak, so this is now a bottom. I'm not going to get into that, but it's another indicator. So that's why it bottomed there. Question is, where can we get in? That's what you want to know. Is there money to be made in Quantum? So Quantum did go on a nice run here. I alerted this in my group, and we actually did a great job. A lot of us made a killing on those that followed the alert, rocketed up, and now it's supposed to come down. Stocks go up and down, right? So eventually, this thing will turn around and it's going to head up, and I'm watching it closely to find out exactly when this is going to happen so I could get in for another nice gain. If you look at this indicator here, this is my wave indicator. It goes green for good and red for run. So it just opened up to green, so eventually this is going to be a very good buy if it stays open for green, and then this thing is going to take off yet again. So I'll be watching this one closely. It made a nice bottom. It already did its run. I don't think it's going to run up again for another day or two, and then it's going to make its next run. So watching Quantum closely, I think we finally broke out of the downward trend. Let's do a little analysis here. So here's our trend, our downward trend. It's widening. So this thing is getting wilder as it goes down. So we have to wait for it to break out. Maybe the trend is more over here. Once Quantum gets past this area, it's a buy. If it could clear if it could clear 70 again, I'll probably be looking to enter back in, ride this to 80, because 80, there is resistance if we look over here. We got a resistance line. So if we draw that line all the way over, boop, it's right at 80. So 80, I'll be looking to get out if I get back in this, as well as many other people will be looking to get out. They'll be locking in those gains at 80 because experienced traders can see that there was previous resistance earlier in December. All right, that's Quantum. So I'm watching Quantum to get back in. AI looking great. NIO has NIO Day coming up on Saturday, which I'll be live streaming. So if you like EV, I do a lot of EV stocks, Ride, Fisker, Whisker. NIO Day, streaming it. It's going to be exciting. And I think that's why the stock has been on a crazy tear, straight up from 40 all the way up to 50. Now, if you're looking to get in now, it has been on a crazy run. So the question is it going to keep going? And I think it will. Now, the big challenge is getting over 54. This thing has been struggling with 54 all day and a few previous days. It can't get over it. So 54 is our ceiling right now. You can't climb through a ceiling if there ain't no hole in it. So let's draw a line here right at 54. Boom. So as you can see, it has some trouble here. 54, 55 over there. Mostly 54 over here. So this thing is either going to plummet, which most likely will happen after NIO Day. So I'm trying to get in my gains now and get out before NIO Day hits, because usually you ride up the rumors and sell after the news drops, which will drop on Saturday when they announce their new sedan, and then this thing could just plummet. So it's either going to do one of the two. I would prefer to get out of this 56, 57, 58, somewhere around there. I gave a $60 price target, but it needs to break out of 54 to do that, and it's lingering right now. It's at 53.91. So I'll be ready. Whatever happens, whether it plunges, I'll be getting out, or I'll be adding depending on how the strength and momentum looks, the bids and the asks. Nope, not this time, logo. And if it goes up, I'll be looking to lock in some nice gains. If it could finally bust out of 54, and right now it's lingering 53.91. Last but not least, open. Just did a video on this one, and I actually did the video at a great time because this thing is rocketing. It finally went green. Green is good. Red is run. So once it hit here, my waves opened up. It was a buy. And I think that's right around where I did the video, and this is on a steady up climb right now. Open does real estate. They will buy your home for you, and then they will sell it on the market. You don't have to worry about that. They'll just, here's your money, and then here's the house. Easy transaction, done. Open is actually starting to curl, so it might be a time to wait for it to come down just to get cheaper prices, but I think in the long term, this stock's going to double in the long term because real estate's going through the roof. So right now it's curling. As you can see, I'm following the middle of these candles. It's curling. So it's probably eventually going to run flat, and then it could go either way. That's all based on the investors. Which way do we want it to go? So I want it to go up, but I will not be buying in that zone unless I see momentum shift in a certain direction. If it shifts in an upward direction, I'm getting in because I'm in this game to make money. So that is open. I think that's it. All right, so that's the 4 stocks that I'm watching. Here's the watch list. Boom. The 4 stocks I'm watching, they're all up in green today. AI is doing the best, 134. It's about to hit 135, up 18%. So this is a beast. Listen, I do Monday streams. I'm going to start doing Tuesday streams on penny stocks. It's getting crazy in the Retire Young channel. That's it. Thank you for watching. That's the 4 stocks that I'm watching. They're all green. The markets are green. Everything's looking good. So hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. By hitting that subscribe, you don't know if you're new. By hitting it, it does magical things. It gets you a little bit closer to retiring young.